Et bonjour à tous, c'est ici dieuachille, j'espère que vous allez bien. Nous continuons d'affilée notre aventure sur The Invincible et du coup le nom du jeu l'Invincible c'est le nom du vaisseau de l'Alliance. Donc oui, quoi, statut quoi. Ah, ils veulent pas me lâcher en fait. J'ai pas le temps. Allez, on doit aller chercher Marit pour l'amener à la capsule. Et essayer de l'examiner. Je sais pas si on va l'examiner pour savoir ce qui est... Pourquoi elle est morte. De quoi elle est morte, surtout. Attends, elle est là, hein, je crois. Elle est là. On laisse pas nos camarades comme ça.
Yes, now. Come in. How are you feeling?
Ah, mais ça fait un sacré détour en plus.
Somehow.
Forgive me, but I need to know if you're ready to continue your mission.
Ah bon?
Ready? Well... Please don't worry about me. Death is a natural process that every human being has to get used to.
Yes, now, I don't expect you to be so...
But I do. Let's leave it like this.
Ah ouais, tu te prends pour qui, toi?
I've served with Dr. Merritt for over 2 decades. She was made of sterner stuff. The sternest. Many of us relied on her. I did.
Did you know that headquarters offered her a promotion? She would have been the first female astrogator in the history of the Commonwealth.
I had no idea.
Doesn't matter anymore, really.
Not entirely. Merritt will be awarded posthumously.
L'ambition, ce n'est pas le moment de parler de ça. Comme on l'a dit, je n'ai pas d'importance.
I'm taking you at your word, astrogator. This could pave the way for others. And that's what she would have cared about the most.
No doubt about it.
Faut être rapide hein, dans le choix des réponses quand même, hein, putain. Alors qu'on... Y a rien qui nous empêche de prendre son temps. Je sais pas pourquoi ils ont voulu faire ce genre de choses pour les choix. Attendez, désolé les gars, je vous mets un cadavre à côté de vous. Pas qu'elle se transforme pas en zombie, ça va. Ou autre monstre.
Take good care of her.
Of course. Dr. Gorsky's next. Let's hope he got out of danger in time.
It would be good to know what kind of danger we're talking about.
Oh, suivre la trace de... Bah ouais, mais... Ah, gros... Ah ouais, là-bas. Ah, Gorsky. Gorsky, ouais. Faut que je passe par là. Ah, c'est derrière moi, en fait. Derrière... Toi, tu fais rien, toi? Non, tu fais rien. Ça doit être là. Oh putain, je suis encore gouré. Y'a rien. Ok. Ça va où ça? Drapeau de marquage.
I'm leaving the excavation site. How did he come down?
Hop, 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 hop. Descendre ou pas descendre? Attends. Il y a un autre passage là? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah, c'est un cul-de-sac là. C'est un cul-de-sac. Je peux pas descendre de là, forcément.
I've got Gorsky's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who?
Not who, but what. It's weird. Dr. Gorsky hardly ever parted with it.
With
C'est le
what?
mais quoi qui me
You're talking
perturbe.
about the teleprobe.
Yes.
Ok, on a
I
un petit
located the
drapeau.
probe. It's lying on the ground, inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides, you'll see.
Ah, qu'est-ce que je dois voir? Qu'est-ce que je vais... Que me cache-t-on?
Okay. I'm opening the probe,
Oh là, faut appuyer sur les petits boutons.
turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again.
Voilà quoi?
Go ahead.
Oula.
Slide records.
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malice, extrema remedia.
Comment le remède? Alors, des petites bandes dessinées là.
Let's take a look.
Ah, ok. Ça a enregistré. Ah, d'accord, c'est ce que ça arrivé. C'est qu'il n'y a rien là. Ouais. C'est le début de l'émission. Qu'est-ce que je dois chercher? On va mettre le début.
A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day that comms failed.
Je vais le dire. La commission, je... Attention. Ok, c'est quoi? Il y avait les petits poissons. Le fameux poisson. Rien d'autre à... Non. Les fouilles.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig.
Ok. Là, il posait, d'accord. Avec le truc derrière, on voit mal. Ah, là. Ordre d'exécution.
12 hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorsky must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
Mhm. C'est Gorsky, là?
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
What's next?
Ensuite, pour l'instant, rien. Oula. Il s'est passé. Tout flou. Il n'y a plus rien.
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor. They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking.
Les données précédentes. Il faut revenir en arrière. Électromagnétique.
Still high in the slide just before.
Ouais.
And earlier, quite normal.
Je reviens vraiment en arrière. Jusqu'au début, non? Attends, et qu'est-ce que je cherche maintenant? Je sais plus. Est-ce que je dois encore chercher quelque chose sur ces planches?
It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's There's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow?
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us.
Ah, on va prendre la sonde avec nous. Allumer les fusibles. Bon, elle le fait toute seule, ok.
Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see?
Je sais pas ce que je vois.
Is it working correctly?
Il est énervé qu'à vérifier la sonde. Ah. Oh d'accord, là on met en point, j'en sais rien.
Flying very smoothly. I guess it's still a bit broken.
Meaning? How?
It moves only in a straight line. Just up and down, then sideways. No complex moves.
Ah, don't worry about that. It's because I'm controlling it manually. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, it will follow you, Doctor.
Ça me suit. Super.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Pourquoi pas, je vais lui donner un nom. On parle juste d'un ID. Une ancienne idée fera l'affaire. Eh bien... son ancienne idée.
Please use your old name. It was Olga.
Olga. Ouais, ça me va.
Makes
Nickel.
sense. Given that it's still the same probe. Done. Now, a few more tweaks. And you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
Oui, docteur, ouais, toujours. Donc maintenant ça me suit ce bordel. D'accord. Ensuite, comment on fait? Oh, c'est quoi ça? Voilà. Ah, ça vient de là-bas, là, le truc, là, la structure. Donc je pense que c'est par là qu'il faut aller. Comment on fait pour descendre? Ah, par là.
I don't see these metal structures anywhere.
The only surface structure reported was from the excavation area. The rest is underground. Please explore the area thoroughly. Just do as Dr. Gorsky. Use the detector.
Oui, non mais j'ai déjà repéré, t'inquiète. Sauf que là, je sais pas où ça va, j'ai envie de voir. Ah mais non, je peux pas. Ah si, je peux y aller. Ah ouais, mais c'est immense en fait.
The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet.
Ouais, bon, je vais aller
Just
par là.
one thick, tangled vein.
On va suivre le bordel. Hein. Ouah, c'est quoi ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces trucs? Hop.
Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? We have to be sure, Doctor.
Well,
Il m'a pris en photo l'autre.
clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorsky.
All right. What happened next?
Ensuite, je sais pas. Ah, oh, que c'est ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc? Alors, les structures, des ramifications souterraines, vérifier les données, énorme exposition verticale, ça dépasse de la surface. Réservoir d'eau, structure souterraine, la plus grosse jusque-là, dans la colline, visite depuis le pont 4. Ouais, il me dit pas grand-chose. Ah, point 1, c'est quoi ça?
He followed the branch to the right. Another thing he reported was a massive vertical structure.
Ouais. une grosse structure, mais... En gros, faut que je trouve le truc qui dépasse. Parce que ça va dans 2 endroits différents. Ah bah là-bas. Oh, je vois un gros truc là-bas qui dépasse. Je pense que c'est là-bas que je dois aller. Mais j'avoue que ça donne envie d'aller par là aussi. Mais est-ce que je devrais pas suivre la mission? Ça se trouve, ça va peut-être m'emmener là après. Putain, je me fais bloquer par un caillou. On va faire la mission, parce que là, je sens que je vais me perdre dans les abysses.
Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not the
deux minutes.
last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Ah, faut monter par là. Ça donne vraiment envie d'aller ailleurs en fait. Bon, s'il y a du vide, qu'il n'y a rien. Mais j'ai le peur de louper des trucs en fait, c'est ça qui est chiant. Bah, grimpe. Oh, oh la structure.
Oh, there's so much of it. I guess this is the 4th point, where the massive structure was mentioned. Our flag should be at the top.
Effectivement, c'est une grosse... Mais c'est quoi ces structures?
Three, two, one.
The land is departing.
Le vaisseau décolle.
Yes,
Hein?
they're on their way. Thank you for your assistance. Without your help, it would have taken much longer.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorsky come back, I'll send the lander right away.
Non, d'accord, on va envoyer un autre vaisseau après. Ok, bon, ça c'est quoi?
The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
Well, the structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, probe.
Olga.
Right. Well done, Olga. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason. Even in the first stage procedure.
And now I'm going to apply for my own.
As soon as you find Dr. Gorsky, I'll see to it myself. All right. How about that point? What does it look like?
Ouais, attends. C'est tout ce bordel là. Point numéro 3.
The next point, the third one, is a metal bundle running along the bottom of some water reservoir.
Interesting. An object as such should be easy to locate.
Attends, j'ai le point numéro 2 là, je sais pas pourquoi. Putain, c'est qu'il faut aller par là en fait. Faut que je revienne sur mes pas. Merde. Énorme exposition verticale, ça dépasse de la surface. Réservoir d'eau, structure souterraine. Ouais. Pas certain là. Ah, par là.
Hi, Olga.
Pourquoi tu parles à Olga, toi? Ah, effectivement, ça dépasse, là. Après, ça repart par un, les machins, c'est bien.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovered something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations, between Koval and Gorsky.
No, Jasna. You're the one who reported it to me.
Quoi?
Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir.
Le drapeau, c'est ça qu'on cherche?
Wait. Koval noted down the parameters.
Point 5.
Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Attends, je vois rien. C'est quoi ce bordel? La mise au point. Ah. Des buissons noirs.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's going to be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Oui, tout à fait. Il y a de la lave en tout cas. Il y a la sonde qui revient ou pas? Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait la sonde? Ouais, qu'est-ce que je fais là? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je suis là? Non, faut pas que je redescende. Ouais. Faut que j'aille là-bas, hein. Waouh, purée, mais ça m'a surpris. Je peux sauter? Non. Ah bah là, la sonde derrière. C'est juste que j'attends qu'elle revienne.
Hi, Olga. Lead the way.
Ah oui, il faut que je la suive. Je te
I
suis.
must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Une question de temps.
I don't know. For me, it's only a matter of time before machines surpass their creators. The
C'est
only
clair.
question is when.
Le train où on va, ça va vite le dépasser. On va se retrouver dans le film Terminator. Ouais, elle nous emmène dans quel chemin la sonde? Ouais, mais
Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
Huh. Maybe it's true that machines will surpass us. But not today. The route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Have you started to fear for your position?
Maybe they can be improved rapidly, but these are only selected modules. Algorithms. There's still a long way to go to develop an artificial brain that would even slightly reflect the
pourquoi
complexity.
j'ai choisi cette réponse?
Yes, we probably won't live to see that.
Probably not. Besides, no intelligent machine would take this job. Shh, astrogator. Can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorsky still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
Tiens, mais il est parti où l'autre?
Dr. Gorsky, are you here somewhere?
Si je prends ça, ça fait quoi? Et les bordels qu'on a vus là? Ah bah tiens. Les structures. Oh là, tout ce qui est en dessous.
These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations.
Oh là, oh là, oh là.
They
Densité.
can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer.
Ok.
They grow out of cracks in the bare rock.
Pousse dans les fissures.
They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
Doit être un système de défense. Ils doivent sûrement collecter de l'énergie. Ça doit être un système colonial. C'est métaux, du métal, je veux dire. Collecter de l'énergie.
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, which in itself is already a major scientific distortion.
Yes, I understand. These are not real plants.
But if they were plants, those protruding parts climbing up, they would serve to obtain energy, mainly solar.
Ah, je suis pas scientifique, moi j'y connais rien. Hein. Bon, je suppose qu'il faut avancer. Elle est où la sonde là? Elle m'a lâché. Bon, bah je continue. Bon, docteur machin là, vous êtes parti où? Putain, je vois rien. Ah, tunnel.
Astrogator, Gorsky's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So losing most 19's contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
Je choisis de ne pas revenir. Oui, c'est une bonne décision. Alors,
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it?
c'est vrai que c'est une bonne décision.
Circumstances do we leave anyone behind?
That's right, Doctor. You would lose proper stock. I'm going to them, Doctor.
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Ouais, on passe par là. Oh, ça m'a surpris. Pourquoi tu regardes par terre? Moi oh, flashback. Ah, c'est quand on atterrit ça.
24,000. Speed 250.
T'es toute seule, d'accord.
Already at 12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger that.
Ah,
All systems work.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition 10%. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering 5%.
Copy. Entering final.
on dirait un peu la capsule de Subnautica.
Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
I'm going outside.
Ah, il y a déjà une autre capsule.
Descent. The dust has already settled.
Beetle.
I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly.
Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew, Doctor.
Right.
Ah, je peux grimper? Ouais. Ah, faut fouiller, d'accord.
I'm inside.
And? How is it?
Ne pourrait pas revenir même s'il le voulait. Nous n'avons plus qu'un vaisseau. Oh, on va mettre la deuxième solution.
For now, we have to assume that we are left with only one lander.
Is it that bad?
You don't need to be a technician to see that Beetle's lost its buzz.
That's unfortunate. I'm taking Hopper out of here. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
Circuit grillé. Merde, faut parler. On ne devrait pas être ici. Tout ira bien. On ne devrait pas être ici normalement.
Astrogator, I don't know what we expected. Coming here at the end of our expedition. The equipment is barely working. If it works at all. And you, sir. You barely escaped alive. Okay, I admit that we have a very successful campaign behind us. But I feel like we've used up all our luck. And now, we're asking for trouble. It's just one planet too many for us.
Which doesn't change the fact we're here. Let's focus on completing this mission. There won't be another.
Laisse-moi en douter.
Where does this certainty come from, Astrogator? HQ can send us as many directives as they please, justified or not.
I won't let that happen. We have the imprimis homini law to refer to. The Commonwealth cannot achieve its goals at the expense of the people, at the expense of my crew.
But isn't that exactly what's happening? The situation is bad, Astrogator, though it wasn't much better at the beginning of the mission. Whoever sent us here didn't care about our safety at all.
Enough! Please don't put me in an even more difficult position. Rejecting a new mission and questioning the validity of the current one are two different issues. And you're one step away from disciplinary action, Doctor.
Copy that. Over and out.
Très joli. Oh, mais c'est de l'eau. Ah oui. Oh, une belle mer. Ah, c'est ce qu'il disait au début.
Damn, you were right, Cobble. It's beautiful here.
C'est clair, c'est beau. C'est bien. Qu'est-ce qu'on fout à l'opposé? Normalement, je comprends pas. Là. J'ai des ustensiles? Ah oui. Je comprends pas grand-chose. À moins que ça capte quelque chose par là. Non? Non. Merde. Oh! Pas de bruit. Je sais pas du tout ce que je dois faire là. Ça va m'emmener là où je me suis écoulé ou... J'entends des bips là, ça vient d'où? Ah bah tiens.
Yes, no? Everything's all right?
Attends. Drapeau de marquage.
This is where they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning... Oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah. They stopped here first, then walked along the coastline northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Tout droit vers le camp. C'est là que j'ai perdu connaissance.
Find the right route.
Une marcher vers le camp. Rebelote. Alors je... C'est quoi ça? Donc je suis là. Et le camp est là-bas. Ah. Un raccourci. Merde. À l'opposé. Je peux pas descendre, hein, non. C'est que ça.
They stop for a break.
How do you know?
Ah.
Are there any signs of the crew?
Quelqu'un s'y sentait comme chez lui.
Some slob left litter here. Had no respect for an alien ecosystem at all.
What kind of litter?
Cigarette butt, a crumpled pack.
So, taking off the helmet for no good reason. Risk of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Irresponsible spreading of DNA. Compared to this, the damage of an already extinct ecosystem is basically a negligible issue.
Je pense que ces deux paramètres sont tout aussi importants l'une que l'autre. Oui, je suis... Non.
Security procedures exist for humans. The rule of integrity is for the sake of everything alien to us. We shouldn't place one above the other.
What are you saying, Yasna? The mission and the safety of our people have the highest priority. Always.
Que du blabla. C'est une attitude très moralisatrice.
Always? Are we really that self-righteous?
Of course, Doctor. We must be the most important to ourselves. And they must be the most important to themselves. Whoever they will...
Excuse my interruption, sir. Can you please confirm that I'm on the correct route?
Yes, I confirm. This rate will reach the camp within an hour. So, continuing. In the end, the strongest will survive. Isn't that how evolution works?
Not in a biological sense, Astrogator. Besides, I'm not convinced if we should interfere with everything alien to us just because we can.
Doctor, interference is at the...
This route may be faster, but it's not the easiest. Anyway, back to our conversation.
Man would still be a monkey if he'd only looked at trees instead of cutting them down.
Yes, we have a nasty nature. I can't argue with that.
C'est typique, le jeu typique où ce serait mieux en français. Parce que comme ça parle tout le temps, tu profites pas de la vue. Tu fais que de lire le texte, c'est un peu chiant. Ça, je dirais que c'est ce qui gâche l'immersion et le plaisir. Pour moi en tout cas. Oula, attends, il y a deux embranchements. Par là ou par là? Carte. Continue à marcher vers la... Bah oui, mais t'as où? Ah, ok, bon, c'est par là. J'ai tellement envie de visiter par là. Moi, ça me fait revenir sur mes pas. On va éviter. Bon. On va y aller là-bas. Merde, oh, je me gourre à chaque fois. Hein. Ah, puis je ressors... Je fais n'importe quoi.
This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're gonna take off without me. What is this? Astrogator, I found a peculiar inorganic structure. It looks like some spiky metal growths.
Artificial plants? Is spontaneous growth possible with this type of structure?
I've never seen anything like this. I wish I had time to run some tests.
When the situation is stabilized, we will take samples. I promise.
Oh, oula. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I feel
Je peux
nauseous.
bouger.
Suddenly.
Been on the surface just under half an hour.
That's not it. I feel darkness. Hang on.
C'est là qu'on est sûrement tombé et tout, là. Attends. J'y vais plus. Ah. On est rentré en contact avec l'espèce de plante métallique, c'est ça? C'est ce qui nous a fait... perdre... Bah... connaissance. Chou là. C'est un bordel. Ok, bon, on va s'arrêter là pour cet épisode. On continuera plus tard. Si vous avez aimé, n'hésitez pas à mettre des pouces bleus. Et moi, je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao!